What is the most dangerous mask a person can wear? Your mind probably goes to the obvious threats. The mask of rage, of arrogance, of overt hostility. We are trained from birth to recognize and avoid these clear and present dangers. But what if the most lethal mask of all is the one you've been taught to trust? The one that offers you a gentle smile, whispers, "I only want what's best for you," and calls you a friend. This is the mask of false sweetness. And it is so profoundly dangerous for one simple reason. It completely disarms your natural alarm system. Unlike a clear enemy who puts you on guard, this person presents themselves as an ally, a safe harbor. They wrap their toxic intentions in the language of love, concern, and support. The threat becomes invisible, and you willingly lower your defenses, inviting the Trojan horse right into the heart of your city. But here is the truly shocking truth, the discovery that makes this mask so difficult to detect. It wasn't designed to deceive you. It was designed to deceive the very person who wears it. They need to believe in their own lie. They have to see themselves as a good person, as helpful, as caring, in order to execute their subtle manipulations without the crushing weight of their own guilt. They are not just lying to you. They are living inside a lie they have constructed for themselves. This deep layer of self-deception makes the mask almost perfect. It feels genuine because, on some level, it is. But it always leaves a trace, a psychic residue. And the first trace isn't something you see with your eyes or hear with your ears. It's something you feel, deep in your body, after every single interaction. Let's decode that first, crucial signal. Sign 1. The emotional exhaustion disguised as connection. Think about the last time you had a heart-to-heart with this person. The last time they gave you their friendly advice or shared their latest drama with you. After they left, or after you hung up the phone, how did you really feel? Did you feel inspired, energized, and seen? Or did you feel inexplicably tired, heavy? As if you'd just run a marathon you don't remember signing up for. The first deadly sign is this profound, unshakable emotional exhaustion. You must understand, this was not a normal conversation. It was an energetic transaction, and you were the sole provider. Under the guise of a deep talk, or just catching up, they used you. They may have used you as an emotional dumping ground for all their negativity and frustrations, leaving you to process the toxicity they couldn't handle. Or perhaps they used you as a mirror, subtly comparing their life to yours to reassure themselves of their own standing, forcing you to perform and validate their ego. Either way, you walked away depleted. You might try to rationalize it. You might tell yourself, "I'm just tired because it was a deep, meaningful conversation." But the truth is, you are exhausted because your psyche just fought a silent, invisible battle. While your conscious mind was busy trying to be a good, supportive friend, your nervous system was desperately fighting back against the subtle gaslighting, the emotional manipulation, and the jarring dissonance between their sweet words and their predatory, energetic signature. Your body feels the war, even if your mind was fooled by the peace treaty. But how exactly is the mind fooled? It's deceived by a very specific and venomous communication technique. This is the second deadly sign, and it is the weapon of choice for anyone hiding behind the mask of false sweetness. Sign 2, the compliment that hides a blade. Pay very close attention to how this person praises you. The second deadly sign isn't criticism, it's the compliment with a hidden blade. The praise that seems to lift you up, but secretly, subtly, stabs you on the way down. It sounds like this. "That presentation was amazing. You're so articulate, I could never speak in front of people like that. I'd be terrified." On the surface, it's a compliment. But what it really does is frame your strength as something strange and abnormal, while reinforcing their own fragility as the relatable norm. Or this classic, "You look so beautiful tonight. It's like you're a completely different person." Again, it starts with praise, but the ending implies that your normal self isn't beautiful. It gives, and then it immediately takes away. leaving you in a state of confusion, unsure if you've been complimented or insulted. This isn't just a clumsy, passive-aggressive comment. It is a sophisticated strategy of psychological control. The goal is to keep you in a state of perpetual uncertainty about your own worth, a state where you are constantly seeking their approval because you can never be quite sure you have it. This tactic has a name. It's called hierarchy maintenance. The positive part of the compliment gives you just enough validation to keep you hooked, to keep you coming back for more. But the hidden criticism, the subtle jab, ensures that you never feel truly confident, that you never feel superior to them. It's a way of saying, you are allowed to shine, but never, ever brighter than me. It keeps you exactly where they need you to be, close enough to drain, but always just a little bit beneath them. Sign 3, the generosity that creates an invisible debt. Does this person often offer you help you didn't ask for? Do they surprise you with gifts or favors that feel just a little too much? The third deadly sign is a spontaneous, overwhelming generosity that feels less like a gift and more like a trap. It is, in fact, a disguised contract of servitude. When someone does a significant favor for you, especially one you didn't request, it triggers a deep, instinctual human response. The feeling of obligation. You feel indebted, and because you feel indebted, you find it incredibly difficult to say no to them later. How can you turn down their request for a last-minute favor when they were so good to you last month? How can you set a boundary or express a negative feeling when you feel you owe them for their kindness? Their help is never free. The price is your autonomy. Each unsolicited favor is another invisible chain wrapped around you, making it harder and harder to move, to disagree, to escape. They are creating a psychological prison with bars made of gratitude and obligation. And here is the critical psychological reversal you must understand. They are not helping you because you need it. They are helping you because they need it. They need to feel powerful. They need to feel necessary. They need to feel in control. Their act of helping is not about alleviating your burden. It's about establishing their role as the benevolent, capable savior in the story of your life. It feeds their ego and solidifies their superior position in the dynamic. By casting themselves as your savior, they gain an all-access pass to your life, your time, and your energy. But there is a dangerous asymmetry in this relationship, a fundamental imbalance that reveals the true nature of the game being played. And this imbalance is the fourth, and most telling, sign of all. Sign 4, the imbalance of vulnerability. Think about the conversations you have. Think about what you share. They know your deepest fears, your secret dreams, your most painful insecurities. They know the details of your childhood trauma, your struggles at work, your doubts about your relationship. But what do you really know about them? The fourth deadly sign is the complete and total imbalance of vulnerability. This person is a masterful listener. They create a warm, inviting space where you feel safe to open up and pour out your soul. They ask probing questions. They nod with perfect empathy. They make you feel like you are the most important person in the world. You walk away feeling seen and heard. But it's a one-way street. When the conversation turns to them, when you ask about their struggles, their fears, their inner world, everything changes. The answers become vague, superficial, or they expertly deflect the focus back onto you. Oh, my problems are nothing compared to what you're going through. Or, I don't like to complain. They remain a fortress, a polished enigma, while you have given them the complete blueprint to your psyche. You might mistake this for them being a private person or simply being humble, but this is a deliberate, strategic choice. Your vulnerability is the ammunition they are quietly collecting. They are learning your triggers, your weaknesses, your emotional soft spots. And later, not in an overt attack, but disguised as loving concern, they will use this knowledge against you. They will offer advice that plays directly on your deepest insecurities. They will express worry that targets your most painful wounds. It is the ultimate form of control, executed with surgical precision, all while maintaining the mask of a caring friend. Now that you can see these signs, the deepest question remains: why did you fall for it? Why was this mask so effective on you? The answer isn't in them. It's in a fundamental human need that you possess, a need they learn to expertly exploit. Understanding this is the first step to becoming permanently immune. The antidote: seeing through the mask and reclaiming your power. You didn't fall for this because you are naive or foolish. You fell for it because you are human. The deep, primal need to be seen, to be validated, to belong, is a survival instinct hardwired into our DNA. The problem isn't your instinct. The problem is that you trusted it to the wrong person. Now, it's time to recalibrate your internal radar so this never happens again. Step 1. Trust your body, not their words. This is the first and most important rule. Your body does not lie. After an interaction with anyone, ignore the mental analysis of what was said. Ignore their sweet words and compliments. Simply close your eyes and ask your body one question. Do I feel energized or drained? Do I feel expansive or constricted? Do I feel clear or confused? The answer that arises from your gut, from your nervous system, is the incorruptible truth. That feeling is your compass. Trust it above all else. Step 2. Become an intention detective. Start listening through the words to the energy behind them. When they give you a compliment, what is the underlying emotion? Is it genuine joy for your success, or is there a subtle frequency of envy? When they offer advice, is the true intention to empower you, or is it to instill fear and keep you small? Stop analyzing the content of the sentence and start analyzing the intent of the transmission. You will begin to see the hidden agenda with stunning clarity. Step 3. The reciprocity test. This is a small, practical test you can run. The next time you have a small victory, share it with them and observe their immediate, unfiltered reaction. Is it a genuine smile that reaches their eyes? Or is it a tight, forced smile followed by a quick subject change or a story about their own, bigger victory? Another test. Set one small, reasonable boundary. Say no to a minor request. Is the response respectful understanding? Or is it a subtle guilt trip, a pout, or a dramatic sigh? Their reaction to these small tests will tell you everything you need to know. As you practice these steps, the mask that once seemed so real becomes transparent. The sweetness starts to feel artificial. The advice begins to sound like control. You won't need a dramatic confrontation. You will simply, quietly, stop giving them what they want, your energy, your belief, and your vulnerability. And like a shadow that cannot exist without light, they will naturally drift away in search of an easier, more unsuspecting source. The most dangerous mask in the world loses all of its power the moment it is truly seen. Protecting yourself is not an act of aggression. It is the ultimate act of clarity and self-respect. If you are ready to trust your own inner radar above all else, declare it now. Comment below. I trust my perception. Subscribe to learn how to continue strengthening your psychic defenses, because the most important person to protect you is not some hero coming to the rescue. It is your own awakened, discerning self,